Hello, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. We're back again, match day live. Arsenal deadline day. The lineups are out. We are playing Brighton. We are playing Yevis Bissouma and Terry Lamptey, two of our targets in the summer. Now, the reason as to why I do love deadline day match day games, because we are entering transfers. That's the truth. I've got to be honest. Anyway, the lineups are out. Leno has started in goal. Chambers is in goal. Chambers is in the right back. Holding Gabriel, Tierney, Xhaka, Partey, Pepe, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I think in my predicted lineup, I didn't include Smith Rowe. He has included Smith Rowe in his lineup and dropped Saka. And I really don't have any issues with Arsenal dropping Saka. I think he's played the whole season and he deserves to rest. So, I started in goal. Chambers right back. Rob Holding and Gabriel Magalhaes will be the centre-back pairing. Kian Tierney left back. Xhaka and Partey probably playing for their last time together. If we get in a central midfielder who is decent in the summer, and then Pepe will be on the left. Odegaard will be playing down through the middle. I think Smith Rowe will be playing on the right hand side of the middle. That doesn't make sense. It looks like Smith Rowe will be playing on the left, Pepe on the right, and then Odegaard as the number 10, Aubameyang as our striker. Of course, the question in this one is, what is your prediction? That is the starting lineup. I'm going to try to look into this game and try to make sense of it. I don't know how I'm going to make sense of it, but I should make sense of it because that's what we do on this show as we enter the game. And honestly, playing Brighton at the end of the season is a little bit fair. I think they're a fair team. You don't expect a lot of threats from them. I don't expect them to beat us, and I don't expect us to beat them. So it could be like a 1-1 or a 2-2. I don't expect Arsenal to win this game, by the way. Honestly, we have always won our closing fixtures in the season. Brighton on the table, they're 16th. They have 2 wins in their last 5 games. They have 2 losses and 1 draw. Arsenal on the other side, we have 4 wins in our last 5 games and 1 loss. So it looks like we have been improving, but it's not good enough. I mean, we have improved at the end of the season. There's no way you're going to explain that. But it's a game that is quite important for Arsenal. First and foremost, Everton, who will be playing Manchester City, are 8th. Spurs, who are playing Leicester City, are 7th. Now, for me, literally what this game means is Arsenal can finish 7th. That is it. Because if we win it, we go to 61 points. Yeah, 61 points. And then we can be ahead of Tottenham Hotspur and Everton if neither of them wins their game. That's all what this game means. There is nothing like Arsenal A, Arsenal B, nothing. It's all about finishing above Spurs and Everton, on this time. As long as we win the game and they fail to win, Arsenal will miraculously finish 7th. Well, it wouldn't be so embarrassing if you finish 7th, but we shall have finished behind Leicester City, behind West Ham. Things I do not like. But for me, that's what this game is, and I think the players are gonna come into that mode. Can we finish above Spurs? That is, this is what the game means. But on the other side, I think it's a game that we need to use to reflect a lot, especially in terms of how our season has been. We need to use this game to reflect. There is no way anyone, can tell me or should tell me that Arsenal is gonna finish 7th. So it's been a great season. All the season, almost all the time in the season, we've been 7th, 8th, 9th, 15th, 12th. So the season has already been bad enough. For me, finishing above Spurs, finishing above Everton, when they have literally, both Everton and Spurs have had a chance to win the title this season. They've been in the top 4 before. West Ham has been in the top 4 for some time as well as Leicester City. And I think Leicester City are a little bit unlucky. I don't know whether they're unlucky or they just failed to finish the season off well. But they should be able to at least finish in the top 4. So the table as it stands at the moment, Manchester City, who are the champions, have 83 points. United, who are officially second, have 71 points. Chelsea, who are officially third, have 67 points. Liverpool, who are officially fourth, actually they'll be battling it with Leicester City to see who qualifies. Leicester City and Liverpool are on the same points, 66 points. West Ham is on the same points as well. No, West Ham is sixth. They have 62 points. Then Tottenham Hotspur and Everton, who also still have a chance, because if Spurs win their game, they'll finish above West Ham if West Ham fail to win. If Everton win their game and West Ham do not win, they'll finish above West Ham. So there is a lot to fight for. There's a lot to fight for in this game. On the last day. But for me, for Arsenal, many Arsenal fans, I know you're gonna tell me, Cossy, we can go to the UEFA Conference League. It's not, it's not a matter of whether we will take it or we will not take it. I've seen a couple of debates on Twitter. Do you take the the UEFA Conference League? Why don't you ask if we take the Champions League? Why don't you ask if we take the Europa League? So if you ask me if I take the UEFA Conference League, the moment we qualify in those positions, we can't turn down the we can't turn down the offer. It's not like Arsenal has a choice. We don't have a choice. We either go into the Conference League or we go into it. So for me, it doesn't really matter. And honestly, I'm speaking this honestly, it doesn't really matter where Arsenal finish this season. What we shall do, what have we learned out of the season? What is our lesson from the season? That is what matters. We are playing Brighton, not the easiest of sides, but even if we lose the game, even if we win the game, even if we draw, what do we take from this season? What is our, how is this season shaping our ambitions for the next season? That is what Arsenal have to look at. So no need to waste a lot of time talking about how Arsenal can be Brighton or what. No, it looks like we're gonna be playing a 4-2-3-1 formation today with Aubameyang up top and Pepe and Smith One Odegaard, just behind him. But I don't know. Brighton, they have Sanchez in goal. Can I share this as well? I think let me try to share for you the Google. Let me try to share with you the Google thing. Dicker Steven says, Cossy, it's a sure win. It's not a sure win. Brighton is not that easy. With the best, this is Kamara. You can't be the best when we are 7th. And this one we've been talking about Arsenal fans and our ambitions. I don't think you can say any Arsenal fan is in the position to say Arsenal is the best. Really, we can't. No, we are not in position to say that. Honestly, we are not in position to say that. But this is what Brighton will be lining up like. They have Sanchez in goal. They have Lewis Dunk. They have Ban, Webster, and Ben White in defense. Bissouma, Grob will be in that midfield pivot, and then you have Moda, and then you have that name, Jaha Bakash. There, and then you have McAllister, and then Trossard. So it looks like they do not have one of their deadly men in Tariq Lamptey. He's not here, and they also lack one of their best players again in Neil Maupay on the pitch. For Arsenal, like you can see, we shall have Leno holding Gabriel, Tierney, Chambers, Partey, Xhaka, Pepe, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. What are your predictions, people? I would love to know what your predictions are in this game. It's not an easy one, and it's not a sure win, people. It's not a sure win. Arsenal can't afford to lose this game. Why? DK, why? I mean, why can't we afford to lose this game? We have lost let me just tell you this. We have lost almost, we've lost around 13 games a season. We can afford to lose this game. How do you say we can't afford to lose this game? Does it mean a lot? It doesn't mean a lot, truly. I think it's a game where we have to reflect on our mistakes. Because for this starting 11, Chambers has to, you need to replace Chambers, you need to replace Rob Holding, you need to replace Granit Xhaka, you need to replace Martin Odegaard, you need to replace, probably if you can, Aubameyang. You almost need 6 changes in your starting lineup, and this is our best, this is our best starting lineup. The only players that have not played in this one is Saka, only Saka, maybe and David Louis, but the rest, this is our best 11. It is our best 11. So if someone tells me we can't lose this game, we can't afford to lose this game, I think we can afford to lose the game. We can afford to lose it. Whether we win it, if Everton and Spurs win their games, then literally it means the game means nothing to Arsenal, really. So I don't know why you people saying that we can't afford to lose the game. Cossy, all the contending for Europa has. Arsenal has the upper hand, but don't wish Arsenal to Europa. We must get first out of Europe to fix ourselves. Okay. Thank you so much. That is a brilliant comment from Stephen. But you know what? I used to think. I also dream of that season when Arsenal is not anywhere represented anywhere in Europe. When we are not anywhere in Europe, and see what will exactly happen. What exactly happens when Arsenal is nowhere near European football? Do we have a great season? Then do we get our form back? What happens? Because for me, we might play Brighton today, and I think it's gonna be an interesting game, because Brighton are not an easy team, and Arsenal is not the best of teams, especially at the Emirates Stadium. In other stadiums, we have tried to be that team that that gives opponents some hard time, but at the Emirates Stadium we've been so casual, very, very casual. So I would love to see what happens at the end of the season. If Arsenal fail to win, there are more reasons to make the summer serious. But even if we don't win this game, even if we don't lose this game, even if we win this game, we already have enough reasons to spend money. We have enough reasons to do well in the summer, unless I'm wrong. But if I'm not wrong, Chambers shouldn't be playing in that position. Rob Holding shouldn't be playing in that position as well. Xhaka shouldn't be playing in that position as well. Martin Odegaard, on loan, shouldn't be playing there. Should have a permanent player as our number 10. We should have a better player than Granit Xhaka. Should have a better player than Rob Holding. We should have a better player than Callum Chambers. And I've said this before. The only problem Arsenal have is that false confidence. Many Arsenal fans and the team, we always feel that that false confidence, and I don't think it really does us any good. How are you doing, Augustine? Hope you're good. People, get me your predictions. Please do get me a prediction, and smash the like button as well. Let's try to look at some of the statistics about this game. The insights as we go into the game, because we always do insights, and I really love them. First and foremost, Arsenal looking to complete their first league double over Brighton since the 1980-81 campaign. Indeed, the Gunners have just won 2 of their 7 meetings with Brighton since the Seagulls were promoted to the Premier League. Drawn 2 and lost 2. So it looks like ever since the 80s we have not beaten Brighton home and away. Of course, we beat them. You remember? I think we beat them 2-1. Was it 1-0? Alexander, I still remember Alexander Lacazette getting onto the score sheet. I think it was either 2-0 or 1-0 in the first leg. We have not beaten them home and away ever since the 80s. We can do that. We can. What's gonna be funny is if we win this game, we shall have five wins out of the last 5 Premier League games, and then we shall have finished 7th. Really. 2, Brighton have won this exact fixture 2-1 last season. Their last ever top flight away win against Arsenal. So it really looks like they're not doing well against Arsenal away from home. They have drawn 2 and lost 4. games, apart from that win they got against us last season 2-1. Arsenal haven't lost their final Premier League game of the season ever since the 2004-2005 when we lost to Birmingham 1-2, and we have won each of our last 9 games to end a Premier League campaign. Yeah, I told you we finished the campaign well. That's one thing I'm very, very confident about. We always finish our campaigns well. Then you have things like Arsenal. When finishing a Premier League season at home, Arsenal have won each of their last 11 matches, with their last defeat coming in 1992, in the 1992-1993 season at the hands of Tottenham Hotspur. We lost 1-3 in that game. That was horrendous. Brighton have won their final league game in just one of their last 6 campaigns, drawing 3 and losing 2 in the rest of the 5. This did come at Burnley last season in 2001. So last season winning 2-1. So it looks like they're bad finishers of the season versing good finishers of the season. Okay, let's see. It's, by the way, it's something to talk about. I think you've got to think about it. Arsenal rarely finish their season poorly. That is one thing we've got to think about. We rarely finish our season poorly. Even under Arsene Wenger, because that's what we've seen in the past 20 or so years. We have always had those good climax, very, very, very good climax. But during the season, I don't know where the football is. Now, it's like culture. We always have a very poor season, and then at the end we win 6 out of 6 games. And then we eventually finish 4th, gradually to 5th, dropping to 6th, and that's how things, and that's how things roll down. Augustine says, Muhumle is saying that I love to see Nicola Pepe next season shining more. I love that guy, so he he should stop disappointing me. Yeah, I know, you understand. I think Nicola Pepe should start performing. He should start giving up some football. Honestly. Arsenal needs 5 good players to be able to compete with the likes of Manchester City. Not really, bro. If you're talking about Arsenal competing with the likes of City, then you're literally talking about Arsenal buying 6 or 7 players. If you look at the quality City have, and you look at our lineup today, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of work to do. So I think we need more players. Because if you're saying that you said we need 5 good players. Oh, sorry, where was that? What was I thinking about? Yeah, 5 players. I can agree. 5 players, I agree. I think you get 2 midfielders that are top class, and then you get in a right back. You get in a left back as well. Yeah, I think we can compete with the likes of City. If we get in 5 good players. I had misread your comment, bro. Thank you so much. Okay. So what are people saying in this game? What are people saying about this game? What are your predictions? That's what I want to know. What are your predictions of this game? Because it looks like many Arsenal fans want to win the game. Like any Arsenal fan would want to win the game. It only makes sense if you want to, if you wish your team well, if you wish your team to win the game, it only makes sense. But really, if we win the game, what does it mean? Because that's the first thing for me. I'm always gonna ask, what does it mean if we beat Brighton? Does it take us anywhere? Well, it takes us to the Conference League. I don't want to play in the Conference League, really and truly. I don't want to do streams about the Conference League. No, I don't want. But anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? Because the first 4 Champions League, the next 2 because Leicester City have already booked themselves a place in the Europa League. They have the FA Cup, so the next 2 will go to the Europa League. I don't know whether we can earn our place, ourselves a place in the Europa League through the back door. Leicester City winning the FA Cup and things like that. I don't know whether that would give us a chance. I don't know, but if he doesn't, then we should stay at home. We should stay at home. That is what we deserve, honestly. It's what we deserve. We've been horrendous this season. We should take the the punishment. We should take it. We should take the punishment. We've been horrendous this season, honestly. The three clubs that will go down today: Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield United. I really don't know what happened to Sheffield United. I can't tell what happened to Sheffield, but it's not been the best of seasons, has it? It's been their worst season. They've conceded 63 goals and just scored 20, so 29. It's been a bad season. Then West Brom have also gone down, and Fulham, Brighton and Burnley have survived, and Newcastle. So really, end of the season stream. I should have done an end of season stream. How do you see people? It would be marvelous if we did an end of season stream. Also, it would have been very, very marvelous. But I even don't feel like doing an end of season stream. So those are the starting lineups, people. I think the interesting game to watch today, as we watch Arsenal and Brighton, the other interesting one should be Leicester City, Tottenham Hotspur. That will be interesting to watch. Of course, Everton, Manchester City is another, right? Yeah, is another one. I'm going to log off, and honestly, we'll speak in the match reaction.